Alright, so I'm at Scary Farm tonight. I already checked in. I just had to drop off the bag at the hotel because they give us a little goodie bag. So I have front of the line and preferred seating in Elvira's show. And right now we're about to do a backstage tour of some of the mazes.
Hi everyone, my name is Taylor. I'm here with the Knott Farm marketing and sales team. We're so happy you could join us today. We're going to take you, like I said earlier, on 2 maze tours with all the lights on, and we have our maze designer Daniel Miller with us today, and he'll be talking to you or answering any of your questions that you have about the design concepts and from conception to actual execution. And he's been a part of the whole process for several years. So a lot of good stories. We are going backstage, so just stay together. No photography backstage, but once we get to the maze, we'll take a minute.
Here or around the country?
Around the country.
Gold Striker.
Where's that?
Up north. Great America.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's one of our.
I'm Millennium Forest. That's one of yours too. Cedar Point.
No, I know. I was there when they were building it.
Oh.
I don't think I was there when I didn't get the ride. Hi, my name is Daniel Miller. Is this everyone?
Yep.
Yeah, we're all
kind
here.
of, yeah.
So this is Red Barn. I'm one of the designers here in Scary Farm. I was the co-designer of this maze when it initially came on with Gus Kruger. And Gus Kruger took the reins this year. He is part of actually putting up the kid zone right now, which is Camp Spooky, so forgive me for his absence. But I'm here to answer any questions and give you a rundown of we're going to tour here as well as Infected. So I designed this year Tooth Fairy as well as the new Pumpkin Eater. So has anyone gone through Haunt yet? No. So 1 or 2 people, okay. So they know exactly what I'm talking about, hopefully. So this is Red Barn. The story of Red Barn is there's a gray man who lives on the outskirts with his family of Calico, and he has this red barn that's murderous. It has been cursed by Sarah Marshall, the witch, and but he wants to basically a group of people come in on a bus, teenagers, and they inhabited this. They came here just to look at a barn for a tour, but they became the victims. So when you go through tonight, you're going to see all kinds of people in camp shirts, pretty bloodied up and screaming. We've really revamped this year. We've really made it so more of it's like a show. So there's going to be a little tiny show right here, and as you go through the maze, there's going to be pinch points where we control the flow. Ken Parks, the head of our entertainment, the vice president of entertainment, he really wanted to create the feeling that you were in a horror film and you were in a rush. So we're going to try to get the pace going tonight, but for now, you guys get the lucky honor of actually going through slowly and taking pictures. So that's what's cool about this tour in particular. You get to see a lot of the details that a lot of people can't see because you're in the dark. So, do you have any questions about this maze in particular?
How many years?
This year is the second year for this maze. Any other questions?
Just about you though, do you do this full time? Are you a designer full time? Or
yes, I'm a designer full time. It's my 19th year. I've done over 20 mazes. I counted them. Yes, actually. So over 20 mazes I've designed.
What was your favorite maze?
My favorite maze of mine? Or
Yeah.
Yes.
What's yours?
Mine, I always loved the Asylum. Yeah, it was a creepy maze like 5 years ago. No one else was doing asylums at the time, so it was kind of fascinating. But when I did it, it was fresh and new and it was creepy.
So
Guys.
What's your favorite maze overall?
Overall, I really liked the Doll Factory.
Oh yeah.
Those in here,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a kind of truth to it. I had a lot to do with the making of it too, with Brooke. So we kind of, she took all the reins on it and designed it, but when we conceived it, there was a lot of talking back and forth. And that was a cool thing. So you're more than welcome to go back in. There's a couple of head ports. We're watching your head, especially right here. So have fun. I'll be walking around with you so you can ask any questions. Come on in.
They're still kind of where we're entering the other thing. It's like a graveyard.
Couple flows here and there.
Throw a couple of baby birds. Just like people will just, their mind will go there.
Watch your head.
This way.
We stayed in the hotel. We got an hour.
Yeah, that's a good one. Express, but that was.
Oh, okay.
That's the Hogwarts Express. So this is like particular. They don't have that out here. Oh, so these.
Oh, nice.
Oh, where do you
Yeah, it's like really.
Oh, there's this target right there. Okay, so yeah. So this is
If I'm not
the end.
mistaken, I think is it started red or is it green?
So these are LEDs
They
that glow.
light up.
Yeah, it glows around here, doesn't it? These are LEDs.
You have to shoot to get it.
Probably.
And then the guns, you start losing life.
Which way?
Alright, so I'm here at Scary Farm. I got in for early entry. I think it's because we had the pre-scare dinner. I think if you get the pre-scare dinner, you get early entry. And they actually have Ghost Rider open up before early entry even started. Let's see what time it is. It's 6:13. So it doesn't actually officially open for another few minutes. But they always, for some reason, Ghost Rider's always open early before even early entry. Like, I came here on a normal day and it was open early. I don't know, sometimes they open this ride early and it's just weird. They're obviously expecting huge lines tonight as they close that off. That means all these switchbacks are going to be filled. It's going to be a fun night, but gotta love front of the line passes. Time to go ride Ghost Rider. So I just did the 4 mazes back here. Did Trick or Treat, Lights Out, Voodoo, Paranormal Incorporated, and Tooth Fairy. By far the best one is Paranormal, followed by Trick or Treat, then Voodoo, and then finally Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy is kind of like the Chupacabra of this park. If you know Magic Mountain, they have Chupacabra. It's kind of that one, where it's just kind of lame, nobody really likes it. I mean, it's okay, just super gory, that's all it is. Alright, so I did Pumpkin Eater. I just went over this way to go get a picture of the entrance sign. But that was actually a pretty good maze. I'm gonna do Sierra Sidewinder right now. But I don't know, I've never known what a Pumpkin Eater is, but apparently it's like a 7-foot tall creature or something like that. I never saw anything that was 7 feet tall, so I don't think it actually appeared in the maze. But it has some interesting setup. Like there's a part where you do get really wet inside, which I've never seen in a maze, so pretty cool. Very new ideas, loved it. now time for Sierra Sidewinder. Okay, it's time for Montezuma's Revenge, which just reopened. I think on Tuesday it reopened. So definitely excited to ride it again. Alright, I did Montezuma's Revenge. Now I'm going to do Soul Spin. Soul Spin is one of the few rides in the park, one of the few big rides in the park that actually doesn't have fast lane on it. So I'm going to hit that now just before it does get a line. Alright, so Soul Spin is down. So I'm going to do Jaguar just because it's here and it probably doesn't have any line because it's more of a kiddie coaster. I never ride it anyway. But look at the projection on it. It does look pretty cool. Alright, so I just did Shadowlands. This one was new for last year maze. They've added some upgrades. I don't remember it having a pre-show last year. I think that's brand new. And it was a good pre-show. Definitely a bit scary and definitely very well done. And I also did Dark Ride. I think that one's a bit overrated. I mean, I like this one better than Dark Ride. So I just rode Coast Rider. I don't even know why I bothered. It's probably one of the worst wild mouses in the world. Literally is the tamest thing ever. And has those horrible shin pads now. So I did the Elvira show and Special Ops Infected. The Elvira show was really good, and so was Special Ops Infected. This one's basically like laser tag as a haunted house. So it's a maze, but it has you have laser guns, kind of like laser tag. So guns are very similar. I work at a family fun center, so we have laser tag. I know laser tag guns are like they're very, very similar. I think they're a bit higher quality though than most places have. But if you shoot a zombie in the head, you get a certain amount of points or something. I didn't know the points I got, but I know how many I killed. I got 12 kills, which is pretty good considering I was in the back and everyone got to shoot before me. So that's pretty good. Alright, so I did Red Barn. That was the final maze. I'm gonna do all the other ones again, but that was the last maze I had to do. And that one's pretty good. It's not my favorite in the park. It's kind of in the middle. Still pretty good though. So I did the Halloween Hootenanny on Timber Mountain Log Ride. I actually really liked it. I thought that was really good. One of the best Halloween overlays I've seen. I like it better than the overlay on Space Mountain. I like it better than the overlay on Haunted Mansion. That was really good. It had actual scare actors and it had only 3 of them, but still a decent amount. But the problem is that Fastlane does not get you into the front of the line like it usually does, because usually you go up the ramp over there and go around and just get on. Today they're having you go all the way out to here, so you have to walk. You have to go through the queue that goes all the way down there and then back around and then into there and then back there. So it's still a good 15-20 minute wait.
Be my guest, put our system to the test. You're hacking our election, it gave me such an erection. Hillary lost to me, the left can't believe it, nor can we. Washington is full of losers, John McCain's imported cruisers. They all bitched, they all whined, now you and I are intertwined. US and Russia joined together at the breast. Nothing could be finer, let's attack that China. Be my guest, be my guest, be my guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hillary Clinton.
Tale as old as time, weird as it can be, barely even.
Men are good for procreating. Recreation is for women only.
Did she just say what I... To celebrate the most unintelligent among us by showering them with money and power.
Shame. Shame.
The accused stands before you a mixture of fame and stupidity.
Shame. Shame.
So good people...
Shame. Shame.
So good people...
Shame.
Oh, will you shut up? So good people...
I fell on my bell.
Do you find her innocent or guilty? Guilty! Mr. Hangman, you heard the verdict. Pull that lever.
So I just watched The Hanging, and that was probably the best show they've ever put on. That one was great. I laughed my ass off so hard to that. That was perfect. So I didn't talk too much about Dark Ride. This is considered probably the best new maze of this year. I have to disagree. I think it's Trick or Treat, but that doesn't really count, I guess, because it's a rehash. It's just with the lights off now. Now it's a dark maze. But this one's really good, though. Still, it's not super scary, but the thing that's cool about it is there's fake scares, and then like the actual scare actors in there. So part of it's supposed to be super cheesy, and then the rest of it's supposed to be actually scary. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell which one is which. But what's cool is like there's actually like a track inside. Like you walk along a track, and then you go into like a maintenance area. It's really cool. Alright, so this is the first time I've like really been freaked out on a ride. I know the ride cycle by heart, and they changed the ride cycle again for this is the second time they've changed it, and it freaked me out because it starts off backwards now. It never used to go backwards at all during the entire ride. Now it actually starts off backwards. So it used to spin counterclockwise. Now it starts off spinning clockwise, and then it changes up halfway through. So watch, they're about to dispatch it. It goes backwards now. Freaked me out because I had no idea they changed the ride cycle.
Please do not extend your arms or legs out in front. Thank you, and enjoy the ride.
Barely spins or flips going this way. It's really weird. And it's super tame, this section. Then I think it might stop on this rotation. It slows down and it kind of hangs you upside down for a while. So you get some good hang time. Yeah, I think is it right here? Yeah, this is when it does it. So as you see, you just kind of flip and hang right there. It's some pretty good hang time. Just took an awesome night ride on Silver Bullet in the back row. I still do not understand the hate of this invert. It's still my favorite. And I've ridden Alpengeist, Banshee, all those other ones. I think the only big one I'm missing is Montu. I think that's the only big invert I haven't ridden. Like in the US, that is. And I love Silver Bullet. It's like the only invert I actually really, really like. I'm not a big invert fan, but that's the only one I really, really like. Alright, so I finished up my night with a front row ride on Ghost Rider. Pretty good ride. I got the gold train, which is the faster train. And that thing flies over those hills. I mean, just flies. And at night, it's just absolutely insane. Front row night ride. One of the best experiences you can have on a wooden coaster. Only thing that could make it better is if it was terrain and maybe had PTC still instead of the stupid Millennium Flyer trains. But night ride on it is quite amazing. Very unique experience. And to see all the fog from the park, because you're kind of on the side of the park, so you're not in the fog, you see all the fog rise up from the other side of the park, and it's really cool. And with that done, it's past 1 and the park is now closed. On I think Friday nights and Saturday nights they stay open till 2, but they only stay open till 1 on Sundays. So that will pretty much conclude today's vlog at Scary Farm.